Let's make some plant-based mushroom burgers. Welcome back to the Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show, where we make plant-based cooking easy. I'm Jill, and today we're gonna make some mushroom burgers. Because I don't know about you, but when summer's here, that's when I think about a great burger. And this is a good one. So we're gonna start out with our onions and our mushrooms. So I have one whole white onion, just chopped loosely. We're gonna throw that in a pan on medium-high, along with our mushrooms, and this is 8 ounces of just regular button mushrooms, but you can use really whatever mushroom you like. Some like oyster mushrooms or something like that. That would be really delicious. All right, so we're gonna cook these down a bit. I cook my mushrooms with the onions because as the mushrooms cook, they release their juices, which keeps the onions from sticking to the pan. So we're really just cooking these until the mushrooms release all of their moisture and it kind of gets absorbed back up into the mixture. And then once that happens, we'll add our garlic. We don't want to add it first because the garlic will burn if it cooks for too long. So it's just really a couple minutes at the end of cooking our mushrooms and onions that you add your garlic. Okay, now that our mushrooms and onions are done, we're just going to stick them into our food processor here. And I have preheated my oven to 350 degrees because we are going to bake these burgers once we get them made into patties. All right, there we go. And for the rest of our ingredients, I have some rolled oats here, 1 cup of organic rolled oats, and a 1/2 cup of sunflower seeds, and we're just going to blitz these together first until we get the sunflower seeds ground out to a really small dice, essentially. Because if you don't get them small enough, you're going to end up with kind of a grainy burger, and we don't want a grainy burger. Just scraping the ingredients down once here. All right, there we go. So now for the rest of our ingredients. I've got 1½ teaspoons of smoked paprika, a 1/2 teaspoon of cumin, 2 teaspoons of mustard, and I'm just using kind of a grainy mustard. Then I've got a 1.5 tablespoons of nutritional yeast, a teaspoon of parsley, and that's a good way to get in some greens. Parsley are so good for you, so you could even put more parsley in there if you wanted to. 1½ tablespoons of psyllium husk powder, and 1 tablespoon of a low sodium tamari. And we're just gonna kind of blend that together. All right, it doesn't take much or very long to blend that together. You just want it to kind of all stick together. Now you're gonna wanna let this cool for a few minutes because we're gonna form them into patties with your hands, and you don't wanna burn yourself because this is still pretty hot from cooking those mushrooms. So I'm gonna grab my pan and a piece of parchment paper, and I'll show you how to make these burgers. While we're waiting for that, I'd like to share some background on our show. The Whole Food Plant-Based Cooking Show is crowd-funded, which means these free weekly recipe videos, along with our entire catalog of free printable recipes on our website, plantbasedcookingshow.com, and our Plant-Based Cooking Made Easy cookbook series, are all made possible in part by the generous patronage of our supporting membership community. So if you love our recipes, I invite you to join us on our mission to make plant-based cooking easy, and follow the link in the description to become a supporting member today. There's no denying the plant-based diet is a nutrient powerhouse, but did you know there are a handful of hard-to-get nutrients even well-crafted diets are often lacking? The latest research suggests that complementing your diet with a few specific vitamins, minerals, and omega-3s will help boost your energy and keep you thriving for the long term. That's why my daily health routine includes Complement Essential. Complement Essential contains the 8 critical nutrients lacking from most plant-based diets in dosages optimized specifically for us. As a special discount for our viewers, just use code PLANTBASEDEASY at checkout to save 15% off of your order. All right, so let's make our burgers here. Just like any other burger, you're just gonna portion it out, and this should make about 4, maybe 5 if you're making a little bit smaller burger. Just patting them out just like that. Put them on your paper. Just finish making your burgers. So we already have our oven preheated to 350 degrees, and we're gonna stick them in there for 15 minutes first. And then we're gonna flip them at 15 minutes and cook them for another 15 minutes on the other side. So once I get these done, straight to the oven. Okay guys, our burgers are done. Come on in for a look. They smell amazing. So I'm gonna grab some fixins, make myself a burger, and I'll meet you at the table for a taste. All right, here it is, time for the taste. Look at that guy, beautiful. Delicious. Come on back next week for another great recipe.